All right, so let's dive in. We've got some interesting developments in the crypto space with the SEC taking a bold stance on integrating blockchain into traditional finance, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. And one aspect that really caught my attention is how Bitwise's chief investment officer, Matt Hoogan, is calling this the most bullish document he's ever read on crypto.
That's right. Hoogan mentioned that the SEC chairman's speech given at the America First Policy Institute laid out an enticing vision for blockchain, sort of implying that this new regulatory outlook could push crypto's growth even further.
True, that's definitely exciting. And what's interesting is that, according to Hoogan, this new stance might not yet be fully reflected in crypto prices. There's this feeling that, like, we're sitting on untapped potential.
Absolutely. It's almost as if the market hasn't caught on to just how transformative the chairman's words could be. I mean, um, think about it. If major regulators start to back crypto and even outline frameworks to support on chain markets, it's like handing out a golden ticket to innovation.
Indeed. Right. And Hoogan isn't mincing words. His comment that he can't imagine reading the speech and not wanting to allocate a significant portion of your capital to crypto really sets the stage. It's almost like he's saying, hey, wake up. This is the future.
Yeah, it's like he's challenging the conventional thinking. And then there's the discussion around super apps that could reshape financial services. Imagine one company emerging to become the first financial giant over $1 trillion. That's a bold prediction.
Mm-hmm. Who wouldn't be fascinated by that possibility? Sure, but don't you think that prediction might be a bit um, overambitious? I mean, there are plenty of hurdles between a visionary speech and actually creating a $1 trillion entity.
That's a fair point.
Yeah,
But then
exactly.
again, the idea is to stimulate innovation, and when you have a regulatory environment that's um, friendly to transformative technologies, it could really accelerate projects in blockchain.
Absolutely. It's not a guarantee, but definitely a roadmap for new opportunities. And then there's the whole discussion about decentralized finance, or DeFi. It's interesting how clear regulatory guidelines might actually let DeFi applications thrive after being stuck in this gray area
Yeah,
for
that's a
so
solid
long.
observation. Think about it. Cleaner regulation means less uncertainty. It's like you're removing obstacles for these innovative projects to scale. Hugan even posited what kind of growth these technologies might see, using those extreme multipliers like 10x, 50x, or even 100x.
Exactly, though, those are ambitious figures for sure. And it's interesting how political dynamics play a role too. Remember, crypto saw huge spikes during significant political shifts, like after Trump took office or when previous SEC leadership was in flux.
Right? The market responds dramatically when big regulators make um, important decisions. And in this case, the shift with Paul Atkins stepping in and moving away from past enforcement actions is key to this energizing
Yeah, it really
perspective on
seems aligned
crypto.
with the sentiment among crypto proponents. And speaking of sentiment, Hugin mentioned that his reaction was one of surprise, even like being off guard by such a positive twist from the SEC. That's a strong signal that maybe the industry hasn't priced in this optimism yet.
Exactly. It's almost like a secret that's waiting to be discovered by investors. I mean, if you consider that he said this bullish vision wasn't from some anonymous Twitter account, but from the SEC chairman himself, it gives a lot of credibility to the idea.
True, and it adds weight to the entire narrative, right? And in that same vein, the push to move traditional assets like stocks, bonds, and dollars over to public blockchains is fascinating. It's a massive shift that could redefine the entire financial ecosystem.
It's like the future is converging on one unified platform where every asset is tokenized. And if you think about it, exposure to those blockchains becomes almost a necessity.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Though, I do wonder, isn't there a risk of overhype here? I mean, if everyone starts acting like this new SEC stance is a golden ticket, could that potentially lead to inflated expectations?
Well, that's a valid criticism. Regulatory optimism can sometimes push prices beyond fundamentals, but I think here the argument is more about setting a long term direction. Institutions and savvy investors might see this as the beginning of a more robust regulatory framework rather than just a speculative wave.
Yeah, that's a balanced take. And then there's the idea of potentially creating entire venture capital ecosystems around these new opportunities. Hugin even mentioned building companies to capitalize on each element of the chairman's roadmap.
Right, it's like imagine a whole ecosystem being built around blockchain infrastructure, super apps, and DeFi, transforming the entire financial landscape. There's so much potential if these ideas come to fruition.
It's definitely an exciting prospect. Yeah, and thinking about the traditional financial markets merging with crypto, the opportunity does seem enormous. That blend could really change how capital is allocated across the board.
Exactly, it's a paradigm shift in progress. Investors might need to reassess their portfolios if they haven't already, but of course, it also comes with increased risks from regulatory uncertainties in the short term.
True enough, and the market always has these ebbs and flows. So, if we sum it up, the excitement stems from the SEC's pivot, a move that not only offers clarity, but also opens up a landscape of growth opportunities in blockchain, super apps, and DeFi, right?
Absolutely. It's like a turning of a new page where traditional finance and crypto can align, fueling creativity and innovation. Though, as we discussed, the optimism is balanced with the need for realistic expectations regarding the
Yeah, that's a fair
challenges
point.
ahead.
And, it's fascinating how a single articulate speech by the SEC chairman can ignite such a broad discussion about the future of finance.
It truly underscores how critical regulatory signals are. One question remains: will the market catch up quickly, or are we in for a period of adjustment as the deeper implications settle in?
I'd say time will tell, right? And it's going to be interesting to see how institutions recalibrate their views and investments. The interplay of regulation, innovation, and market sentiment seems to be at a tipping point.
Absolutely, it's a real balancing act. And honestly, this is a space where both skepticism and enthusiasm have their roles. The caution is necessary, but so is the drive to innovate.
Yeah, definitely. So, as we watch these developments, what's key is to remain informed. The SEC's new vibe might just be the catalyst for a much broader transformation in finance.
Exactly. It's like um, every significant change in the past was accompanied by a blend of caution and optimism. And here, while we should be mindful of the practical hurdles, the potential upside is immense.
Couldn't agree more. It really is an exciting time for crypto, for regulatory bodies, and for investors alike. We'll definitely be keeping a close eye on how things unfold from here.
For sure, and it'll be interesting to see if this bullish regulatory perspective drives a new wave of capital into crypto. Only time will reveal the true impact.
Yep, time will tell. Thanks for this deep dive. It's been great unpacking all these layers and looking at both the potential and the challenges ahead.
Definitely. It's these discussions that remind us how dynamic and transformative the intersection of regulation and technology can be. Catch you next time for another engaging chat on the pulse of innovation.
Yes, indeed.